So what does it really take to lead in today's hyper-connected world? You know, it's about so much more than just managing a team. It's about having a real blueprint for global leadership, and today we're going to build that blueprint together.
I mean, let's be honest, leadership is hard, right? Juggling tasks, motivating people, hitting those targets. It's a tough job on any day of the week.
But what happens when you throw in multiple languages, different time zones, and completely different cultural norms? Yeah, that's when things get really complex. And that's exactly the challenge we're tackling today.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll talk about this new reality of leading across borders. Then we'll dive into the 3 core building blocks: the heart, the head, and the hands. And to wrap it all up, we'll look at how you can be flexible without feeling like you're being fake.
Okay, so let's kick things off with a pretty fundamental shift. Leading across borders isn't some niche skill anymore. It's the new standard. This is essential stuff for anyone who wants to make an impact on a global scale.
And here's the thing. The source material is really clear on this. Your technical skills, your expertise, that'll only get you so far. To truly succeed in the global arena, you've got to build a totally different muscle: cultural intelligence.
So how do we build that muscle? Well, this is what I love about the framework in our source material. It boils everything down to just 3 core dimensions. It's a simple number, but trust me, it holds the key to unlocking your global leadership potential.
And the analogy they use is just brilliant: the heart, the head, and the hands. As you can see here, the heart is all about your affective dimension. That's your empathy and openness. The head is your cognitive side, what you actually understand about other cultures. And the hands, that's the behavioral piece, how you adapt your actions. Let's break each one down.
We're going to start with the first pillar, the heart. Think of this as the emotional foundation. Honestly, without a strong affective dimension, the other two they don't work as well.
Your affective dimension is really about your emotional readiness. It's your gut-level response when you encounter something different. Are you motivated? Are you open? Do you have the confidence to just engage, even when things feel a little awkward or uncomfortable?
So, inside the heart, we find 3 key things. First, empathy, the ability to genuinely try and see the world from someone else's point of view. Second, openness, which is just keeping the door open to the idea that your way isn't the only way. And finally, genuine curiosity, really wanting to learn more instead of just jumping to a judgment.
So let's have a quick moment of self-reflection here. When someone's cultural view directly challenges something you believe in, what's your first instinct? Is it to defend your position, or is it to try and understand theirs? That reaction, that tells you a lot about your heart.
All right, moving from the heart up to the head, this is where we build that knowledge base for our empathy to actually work with.
The cognitive dimension is basically your cultural data bank. It's about knowing the what, and more importantly, the why behind different behaviors. This is the intellectual homework you have to do to be an effective leader.
And that homework isn't just about knowing surface-level stuff like holidays or what food people eat. It's about understanding what's below the surface, those deep-seated values, the unspoken social rules, and the really subtle communication patterns that are actually driving behavior.
So ask yourself this: do you just know the fun facts, or do you actually understand the context? I mean, knowing how a country's history has shaped its business etiquette, that's the kind of deep knowledge we're talking about here.
And that brings us to our third and final pillar, the hands. This is where your heart's motivation and your head's knowledge get turned into real, tangible action.
This dimension is all about execution. It's your ability to literally change how you act and speak to be more effective in a particular cultural setting. This is the bridge between knowing what to do and actually doing it. So in practice, this could mean switching from being super direct to a more diplomatic style of communication. Or maybe it's adjusting how you give praise and feedback. It could even be something as simple as knowing the right way to shake hands or present a business card. These small actions can have a huge, huge impact.
Just take a second and think back. That last meeting you were in with colleagues from different backgrounds, did you consciously adapt your behavior at all? Or did you just kind of run on autopilot? Your answer is a really great indicator of your behavioral flexibility.
Now, all this talk about changing your behavior, it leads to a really important question. If you're constantly adapting, are you just being fake? Let's tackle that one head on.
And the source material makes a crucial point right here. It's not about erasing who you are. True cultural intelligence is not about being some kind of chameleon with no real identity.
Let's be super clear about the difference. Abandoning your style is pretending to be someone you're not. But building flexibility, that's about learning new skills so you can be yourself more effectively with a wider range of people.
Think of it like a musician. A great jazz pianist who learns to play classical music doesn't stop being a jazz pianist, right? No, they become a more versatile, more complete musician. The goal here is to expand your leadership toolkit so you can build genuine, authentic connections with anyone, anywhere.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final thought. Looking at the heart, the head, and the hands, where's your biggest opportunity for growth? What is the one dimension you can start working on today to build your own blueprint for global leadership?